Glory to Jesus Christ. Today is Monday, March 2nd, the 8th day of the fast. And by the grace of God, we've completed 1 week. If you're like me, it's gone incredibly fast, but that's because I'm getting old. Things go faster, I guess. But if we think about that yesterday we celebrated the Sunday of Orthodoxy, the restoration of the holy icons. We put in a long week, beginning with Forgiveness Vespers, and then hearing the canon of St. Andrew of Crete, pre-sanctified liturgy, and all the wonderful words that we were able to hear last week from Father Alexander in his diary. And if we think of that always as we begin something that's good and new, we go in with grand plans. And very often it doesn't take long that those plans go by the wayside. It's also that, as the church reminds us as we begin the fast, that it's with joy. But then after a few days, we can get a little bit grumpy. It can become somehow almost a drudgery. And we need to be reminded that we need to get back to where we started and that joy that's there. Hopefully the Sunday of Orthodoxy helped us along with that. But anything that we do that's going to be good, there's always a point where it becomes a bit of a struggle. And so Father Alexander is going to help us with that as we begin the second week of the fast. So from his diary, he writes, "Only the first steps in the approach toward God are easy. The feeling that we have wings, the enthusiasm caused by the certainty that we are approaching God, are followed by a gradual cooling down by doubt. In order to sustain our faith, it is necessary to make an effort, to struggle, to fight for it." And these words are so fitting as we begin the second week of the fast, that as we started out, we felt like we had wings, that we were flying, but then a doubt would come in. And then he uses that important word that we have to sustain our faith, and that it's necessary to sustain by making an effort, struggling, and fighting for it, because without a doubt, there's an evil one who's fighting against us to keep us from what we would refer to as fighting the good fight. So may we struggle hard as we get into the second week. And to leave us today, I'll read two texts from the Lenten Triodian for this day from Matins that will help us again in what Father Alexander already told us. So, "As we set out on the second week of the fast, direct our steps, O Lord. Shine upon us with the sanctifying light of thy commandments, and make us worthy to offer on bended knees a prayer acceptable to thee. For thou art our Father, and we are thy sons. With fear we sing thy praise and call upon thy name." And then a second text, "Brethren, let us enter with eagerness upon the second week of the light-giving fast, and rejoicing in the feast which we kept yesterday, with holy gladness let us sing in praise of Christ." And this text, again, gets us right back on track to keep the joy that's there, to remember what we celebrated in the restoration of the holy icons, and with eagerness begin the second week of the fast. May it be blessed. Glory to Jesus Christ.